So again, I tell you, Revelation 18, verse 4. So no one has any excuse. They have no excuse for not rallying to me so they could hear this. They have no excuse for what's going on. Then I heard another voice from heaven say, "Come out of her, my people, so you will not share in her sins, so you will not receive any of her plagues." Right? She is the whore, the global pagan kind of sex cult behind the scenes system that determines what cultures are allowed and aren't. Okay, that is riding the beast, the mesh of peoples and nations and languages and cultures and religions of the world that she twists, says, "Come out of this global system that only I am outside of and my parents are blameless." Okay, says, "Come out of it." Okay, because if you don't, you will share in her plagues and go down with her. For her sins are piled up to heaven, and God has remembered her crimes. Collective guilt, complicity, part is trap spelled backwards. Playing your role. One is slack in his work, his brother to one who destroys. Okay, and so on and so forth. Give back to her as she has given, pay her back double for what she has done. Pour a double portion from her own cup. Remember, again, stupid Cupid, cup ID, erotic desire instead of the focused moral intensity which comes with being the Royal African Falcon top martial arts order. Okay, what was I? Give her as much torment and grief as the glory and luxury she gave herself. In her heart she boasts, "I sit enthroned as queen. I am not a widow. I will never mourn." Cocky, dumb, corporate females, for example, refuse to submit to me. They chose beta, nerd, craftsman, geek, nonsense instead of, and the word betas is beast scrambled. So she says she sits enthroned as queen. She's like, "Well, I'm an important corporate woman. Well, I'm a British royal. Well, I'm a chosen Jew rabbi's daughter. I am a theater art thespian." You know, except the way a female would say it, and so on and so forth. Okay, so they're saying that they think they have something that's more important than universal pinpoint and moral precision, righteousness, justice, and focused moral intensity, which means that they don't have to obey God through his chosen by nature and supernature son and the last valid king ever. Okay, pretty straightforward. She says, "I'm not a widow." She said, "What do you mean? My culture is here and now. I'm a modern woman," right? And all that stuff. Okay, anyway. What was I here? Okay. 8. Therefore, in one day her plagues will overtake her. Death, mourning, and famine. She will be consumed by fire, for mighty is the Lord God who judges her. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again. The voice of a bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. So they'll never have a valid marriage. He said, "Yes, you are the sons and daughters of ill-gotten gains and making a deal with the white devil for your offspring's very soul." Your offspring's very S-O-L, son, right? Soul, S-O-U-L. Your soul, your actually soul and your spirit to change it to Babylon's. And he says, "You may kiss the fair weather slut's bride, and she may kiss the bootlicking coward that didn't man up to be a man husband," right? So there's not an actual spirit from God that allows for marriage, which is symbolic, which they're using to describe God's relationship with mankind, right? The church is the bride, Christ the bridegroom, God is the ultimate, as God, okay? So, and of course, they also use it to refer to God. And it's a long story. I'm almost out of time, so let me go ahead and shoot through this. After I die, never again will a woman be decent enough to be a valid bride again, nor will a man be decent enough to have to be a valid husband. Also, no nation or city, etc., will be decent. It will be childish and sick, etc. Your merchants were the world's important people. By your magic spell, all the nations were led astray. Psychology, science, poisoning, drugs, etc. In her was found the blood of prophets and of God's holy people, all who have been slaughtered on earth. In her was found the blood of prophets and holy people, and God's holy people, of all who have been slaughtered on earth. Again, I'm going to say it one more time, then say it with me the last time. In her was found the blood of prophets and of God's holy people, of all who have been slaughtered on earth. Say it with me now. In her was found the blood of prophets, of God's holy people, of all who have been slaughtered on earth. Spiritually speaking, she's drunk off. She's, all these guys died, and here I am. I'm in good shape. I'm related to them. I'm important, right? And it's also, you know what I'm saying, it's the actual blood inside of her too, because she's related to them. So she's in the spirit of having shed their blood for their petty, pedo-aligned, Western, globalist, occult game, and she's related to them. She's in the spirit of that garbage that shed their blood, and she's related to them, okay? So it's clear cut.